All right, good evening, and welcome to the Friday edition of the Stoner Sports Report with Scott and Skunky. I am Scott. This guy to my right is Skunky. How's it going, Skunky?
Great, man. How are you?
Good. Let's start off the show with we had a comment from somebody who said, "Can't wait for this show. You old fellers make me laugh. Very entertaining."
Yeah.
That's exactly what we want to see. That's
Yeah,
what
but
we want to see.
at least us old. At least you're getting your sports from old fellers who have actually had a groin injury. Could be worse.
See, right off the bat, that's great. Right off the bat, the old fellers are funny. Hey, honestly though, I mean, on a serious note, that we're not going to do much. But anyway, on a serious note, that's exactly what we're looking for, though, because this isn't just a sports show. It's a sports show that with old guys that like to get high and talk sports. Very entertaining. So,
well, it turns out while we're laughing, the two playoff series are a joke as well.
wow. Who would have thought? How about this? You should start it off with, "Hey, Edmonton scored 3 goals. You're kidding me. What was the score? Oh, they lost 4-3. What? Yeah. Dude, it was 2-0. 1-0 Florida. Edmonton ties it up. I'm like, oh, whatever. Second period, I think I was doing something. Came downstairs. It was 2-1 Florida. I'm like, oh, here we go. Foul's gonna be 2-1. I swore if I didn't go out and smoke a cigarette and came back and it was 4-1. I think they scored 2 goals in like 90 seconds or something like that. So
yeah. Florida.
But you see how it's going though. What's happening is Florida puts so much pressure on you when the puck is in your zone that you get antsy. You've been out there long and you turn it over right in front of the net. You know what I'm saying? And Kachuk, have you seen where Kachuk sits when all that's happening? He's about a foot from the goal on the left, just waiting for it. So, Florida doesn't. They have a few guys. I'll tell you what, though. Evan Rodriguez, I think he scored 3 goals on 4 shots. I mean, that's pretty good.
Right.
And he's probably the fastest guy on the team. But Florida don't care about speed. Florida doesn't even necessarily care about. I mean, I don't want to. How could you dog a team that's winning the finals? But when it comes to finesse, but that's not their game, and what they're doing is winning. I mean, how can anybody disagree with the physicality of it? I mean, I thought Dallas was physical. Florida, are you kidding me? You see how desperate Edmonton seems in their own zone? It's crazy. Even Connor McDavid had 2 massive turnovers inside their zone. And they showed him on the sideline. And they showed – go ahead.
That's a defense. Yep. Hey, while you stopped here, let me say Kelly Collins said, hey. And I know she wants to know that the pro motocross races in Mount Morris, Pennsylvania this weekend. I bet that's why she stopped here to find that out. So if you're a motocross racer or watcher, there you go.
All right. Anything else, Skunky?
Next weekend, the 22nd and 23rd, our local motocross track here where I'm a member is having Ohio Motocross Association Series race. So anyone watching close, come on out.
All right. That sounds
there. You have it.
That sounds like fun. Hey, when you were talking about just fighting last night, were you talking about the UFC or the Premier Fighting League? Because I watched some of the Premier Fighting League. It was on last night.
Yeah, the PFL. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, that's what it stands for, Premier Fighting League.
Did you see the main event?
No, but I have it recorded.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that guy took a fucking shot to the nuts that moved his cup. He was down. Wow.
All right. Well, guess what? Scott wanted to watch it. Now Scott's going to watch it while he's doing laundry. Even I got to see that.
You can't miss it. Wow.
Yeah, you know what? Anybody out there, if you haven't watched it, you think it happens in boxing a lot? No. UFC, it fights. It's on. It happens almost once a fight, even. Because they're kicking. Stuff like that.
It was a knee straight to the nads. Dang.
See, these old fellas are pretty funny.
Hey, dude.
Speaking of funny,
there was a woman who fought. Her name was, I believe, Demetria Demetrius or something. Boy, she was tough. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. No, I saw that. Okay, you talk about the one with
man.
the body. Are you talking about the girl with the lady with the body blows? Oh my gosh, man! She punched her in the stomach, you guys, and you literally saw her just get like paralyzed. But if that's not enough, let me hold your head and you clang you in the ear a couple times on your way down. Yeah, I freaking love that stuff. Hey, just so I don't forget, I want to finish on that because it's funny. I remember telling friends, and I think I even told MJ about what I love about the UFC and MMA. Okay, in boxing, you knock them down and you stand there while they give either a standing 8 or a 10. In the UFC, as soon as he goes down, you jump on him. So it's like, come on, hit him as many times as you can before the rep pulls you up. I have seen guys literally get knocked. You got to do a quick low. I've literally seen guys get knocked out. You could tell by the look on their face, and they hit the ground. They still get popped like 3 times, and the ref. I've seen guys get hit in the head while they're on the ground so hard that it freaking bounces. Hey, whoa! I got some news for you. The UFC has suffered a major blow on the same day that Conor McGregor's fight cancellation was announced. What? With Khamzat Chimaev out of the 22 June 22nd main event in Saudi Arabia, McGregor's UFC 303 main event against Michael Chandler, which was set for 29th of June, was canceled on Thursday, June 13th, due to an injury to the Irishman. The co-main event was also disrupted with Jamal Hill replaced by Anthony Smith, who faces Carlos Olberg, who was already stepping in for Khalid Roundtree Jr.
I don't think he really wants to fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer. I'm bummed about that because we were just talking about that, and no offense, Connor, but seeing him get pounded, somewhat enjoyable. I was kind of hoping that.
Sure. Nobody likes all that cockiness.
No, and you know what's funny? That since you mentioned that, is there are sports, the major ones we talk about all the time, that for a bit you can get away with talk without having the repercussions. Unless love to pull out old stories, especially when they go through my head. Everybody remembers this one. How about Jim McMahon talking shit to his team on the Bears, and the ball's hiked, and not one offensive lineman even moves. 4 defensive guys go and just frickin' cream him. Nobody picks him up. But what does McMahon do? He goes over to them and he bows like touche.
Right.
Even your own. Well, my point being is even your own team gets tired of it. Golden State Warriors. Some of them will admit it. Draymond Green. I've seen Steph Curry pull Draymond Green over and go, "Now you're embarrassing. Stop it." So
but with that, why would the Warriors not get rid of him if he's such a pain in the ass?
Because he plays such good defense, and it's part of the core. If you notice, it's Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. They were the first ones brought in. The owners have this thing with them, and honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I'd keep Steph and Klay. I wouldn't have a problem. But the thing about, and we brought this up before, about maybe Kirk Cousins, I'm missing something. Here's the thing, though, and I've heard guys, Charles Barkley, him and Draymond, surprised they haven't come to blows, says, he goes, and here's something I have to say, just out of, because I'd be lying if I said it wasn't true. You know what Draymond's good at? He's good at coaching the younger guys. He said he's really good at that. But remember we talked about this before, but then now you got to weigh something. You're like, okay, the dude literally gets us in trouble. He gets technicals. He gets ejected from the game. Teams want to beat us badly because he's on the team, but he's a good coach. Well, maybe we could find another player that can do that. That's not so. Sometimes he's out of control. I don't know. I know you don't follow basketball, but Draymond stepped on LeBron's junk. Him and LeBron James got into it.
Yeah. Well, so with him, the reward is greater than the risk, I guess.
That's why he's still with them. So
Right.
that to me, that's neither here nor there. It's funny. I
Yeah.
wanted to go back to the freaking Dallas Mavericks. Seriously, Mark Cuban is got Mark Cuban's got to be like, how do we go through the West that has the best teams? Although Boston is the best team, but I know you know what I'm saying. Besides Boston, the other teams are in the West. How does Dallas go through it and somewhat roll? Dude, they won one series in five. They beat the number one seed in six, and kind of easily. And it was like, whoa! And then all of a sudden, they throw a dud. I mean, I know Boston's defense has a lot to do with it. And I know Boston overall has a lot to do with it. But I watched enough of those games where Dallas made so many mistakes on their own. Where how are you possibly going to overcome Luka and his spot? He had 4 fouls, I think, by the third quarter.
Yeah.
Like, and then they can't make free throws. I was like, wow. And they're not even throwing it inside. They kept talking about that. Dallas before the series led the playoffs in alley oops, and you know what that is, right? Where you throw it up towards the basket, the guy jumps, throws it down. None of them haven't even attempted, which is, to me, it's perplexing how you can see. We've watched enough sports where you can see a team go through the playoffs, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I realize this team you're playing is good, but what happened to the free throws? What happened to the not so many turnovers, bad defense? So I don't know.
That's why they play the games rather than see what happens on paper. You know what I mean?
And out of respect, out of Boston, I'm glad you said that. I also want to say, but also, I mean, it's not over yet, but they are the best team this year.
Well,
they are the best. Yeah, they are the best team. And honestly, the way it's supposed to work is the best team's supposed to win. So they actually do deserve it. I mean, they played well without Jason Tatum tearing it up. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that Boston's bench was that good. I knew Jaylen Brown played good defense, but I didn't know he played shutdown defense like that. So
imagine how bad it would be if Jason Tatum was rolling.
Yes. And well, exactly. And do you know about, of course you do, because you're a sports fan, you know about that hungry thing. There's a weird thing too. Boston loses to the Heat, so they don't even get to make it to the finals when the Nuggets win. And then the next one, and then before that, they lose to the Golden State Warriors in the finals. Boston's pissed. So, to me, it was like Boston was hungry. They're like, you know what? We finished with the best record in the league. We're going to win it this year. And I think they were hungrier in Dallas. And that's why that first quarter, the series started. And next thing you know, and 37-20 was decent. At one time it was 37-12. I mean, 37-12.
That's 37. Neither of them good.
And Dallas scored. I think Dallas went on an 8-0 run, whoop-de-doo, to make it 37-20. But, dude, you're down. That's like a high school game where you're like, holy crap, or you're playing a good college team. I don't think Dallas expected Boston to be that hungry. And they're at home. I'm surprised.
Last year, Tatum and who's the other guy? Daniels?
Jaylen Brown.
Neither of them played well last year in the finals. So
no, that was a lot of talk. You're right. And then the other guys like Gary Green didn't step it up. Who is this year? Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday actually had a game where he had 34 points. No, I'm always more impressed when you got a team effort over.
Right. Uh-oh.
Absolutely deserves it. I mean, we got 420 coming up, so that'll be. I got 5 minutes. So, Mark Cuban. They did win one. They actually won with Dirk Nowitzki, so Dallas does have a championship. But it will be good for the NHL. It's good to have. You want everybody to win the championship eventually. I know football still needs to have teams win, but then you could add another one on the list if Florida wins. So that's good. And I keep saying if, and you're like, are you kidding me, dude? They're not going to score. They're not going to win 4 straight. Do you know how many people were talking? I'll bet. I wonder if we could find the audio or Sports Center after the Yankees beat Boston 3 straight and went up 3-0 in the American League Championship Series. And what did the Boston frickin' Red Sox do? win 4 straight. So, and they won the World Series that year.
Right. So that's destiny.
Well, of course. So maybe the Dallas Mavericks. I know you're going to start laughing. I can't even do it with a straight face. Look at me, I'm going. The Dallas Mavericks are destiny, baby. Going to win 4 straight. Luka Doncic is going to score 68 points tonight.
Nah, they're going to wear him down, and he'll be old before his time. This is
not. Happening. I don't want this to sound mean either, but I'm telling you, Luka Doncic. You look at him, you're like, dude, you're really only 25. I know you're from another country. Can we see your birth certificate?
So, yeah, I think that one's over.
Oh, I mean, I keep saying if only because it's happened once in history.
Is Porzingis playing tonight? Do you know, or is he questionable?
I don't. You know what? I didn't hear anything. My guess might be yes that he is playing.
Yeah, I don't know.
What time? Hey, that's not a 6:00 game, is it? That's like a 6:30 game, isn't it?
Probably so.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
I'm gonna cheat. I know we're approaching 4:20, but excuse me. Well, you keep talking.
And then
This production is brought to you by DHBN, WTHC Radio, and Stoner Records.
Hey. We're back.
Yeah.
Hey, once again, welcome to the Stoner Sports Report. We're back. This is Scott, me, Skunky to the right. All right. So I missed that.
Oh, 420.
Mm,
Hey, so anyway, the dude who got kicked in the nuts ended up winning that fight, and
really?
now goes on to face a guy named Tim Johnson for the title and the money, I guess.
Okay, cool. Well, hey,
Yeah,
it's always good if you get kicked in the junk and you win. It's oh, dude, so sorry you got kicked in the junk. Yeah, but I won.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't real sure he was going to make it back.
Oh, well, yeah, they give them. I think it's 5 minutes,
5 minutes. Yeah, yeah.
Got some news to pass along in. The start of the 2024 NFL season also means the impending release of the latest installment in. Oh, I think, I know who's on the front, I believe. The latest
Yeah.
installment in the Madden NFL video game franchise. Madden NFL 25. This is a select few. Were honored with the highest possible ranking in the game, the 99 Club. Per the Dave Kleiman aggregator account on X. 5 players were given a grade of 99 in the game. 2 from the Kansas City Chiefs. You probably already know who they are. Patrick Mahomes and tight end Travis Kelce. Wide receiver Justin Jefferson and wide receiver Tyreek Hill and running back. Yeah, read that part. We're down to running back. Yeah, there was receiver Justin Jefferson, wide receiver Tyreek Hill, and running back.
The running back, the guy on the cover is the dude from the 49ers, McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, yes, Christian McCaffrey. That's right.
Yeah,
And he just got paid, and he's actually the highest paid running back at like 17 million per year in the league. Because the running backs dropped down, considering. Oh, hey, quarterbacks, we're going to pay him around 50 million. Crazy.
Yes, it is.
So what were you? I was thinking you were saying something when that popped up. What were we talking about?
We were talking about that fight, but that's all I had on it.
Oh yeah, well, hey, here comes. Hey, it's time for that's a good time. Yeah, good segue because it's time for the mascot. Here comes Mohawk Chulo right here. Let's get it up here. It's not as humid. Yeah, let's see what we can get here.
That's a mascot break.
Yeah, let's see. We get a side view of the Hawks. Whoa, there you go. Look, there it is.
Yeah, nice. Does that dog go to sports games?
Is he what?
Go to sports games?
Oh heck no. To be honest,
how about a dog race?
I don't even go to events. Like you said, like the comment said, I'm an old feller. I watch it. I watch it from home.
Right, better seats.
Better seats. Hey, something else to pass. Class of 2025 wide receiver Eugene Hilton Jr. is officially committed to the Wisconsin Badgers, adding a fresh spark to their lineup. Standing tall at 6'1" and weighing in at 195. Okay. Eugene hails from Zionsville, Indiana, and has caught the attention of top-tier programs like Georgia and Michigan. However, he ultimately chose to join the ranks of the Badgers. Notably, Eugene is the son of former Indianapolis Colts standout and 4-time Pro Bowl wide receiver T.Y. Hilton, and with a legacy like his father's.
How in the hell can he have a name of Eugene and his dad is T.Y.?
Because T.Y. stands for something. My guess is T.Y. stands for something, but I know it
stands for Eugene.
I know that T.Y. Hilton. I remember him well.
Yeah, I do too. I wonder why that kid didn't choose Ohio State.
Because Big Blue. My dad went to Michigan. My dad went to Michigan. I like Michigan. So instead of going to Michigan or Ohio State, he goes to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Hey, they got Russell Wilson, Wisconsin. Oh boy, there's like a trivia.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ohio State's wide receivers coach went to Wisconsin.
Very well could be. Hey, the New York Jets boast a formidable wide receiver
Yeah.
lineup featuring Garrett Wilson and
Ohio
recent
State.
free agent acquisition Mike Williams. However, the potential for roster adjustments remain, especially with Alan Lazard. Oh, yeah, he's played with Green Bay. Alan Lazard's position after a less than stellar, that's why he's with the Jets, less than a stellar 2023 season. Assessing the Jets wide receiver strategy last offseason, Lazard signed a 4-year, $44 million contract with the Jets, primarily due to his strong rapport with Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Despite this connection, Lazard struggled to find himself last year. So, yeah, there's something we comment on too. Like, we always.
He struggled because Rodgers didn't play.
Well, yeah, and didn't they do that? Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did they go with? Was Joe Flacco the quarterback too?
He was for the
Last year?
Browns. No.
That's right. Okay, because Joe Flacco's been around. It was Zach Wilson and
he used to quarterback the Jets at one time. I believe.
yeah.
Right?
Oh, hey, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Flacco got around. Flacco was the Ravens.
Flacco? Yeah. Hell, he won a Super Bowl in Baltimore.
I sure did.
Yeah.
So earlier we were talking, and I told you that 76ers, Philadelphia 76ers point guard Cameron Payne was picked up at 2:44 a.m. in Arizona for disturbance, and then he refused to give ID, and he refused to divulge any information, and he was arrested on the scene, but then quickly released afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the scary ones. It's like, hey, I'm not, I'm not going to answer anything. I'm not going to. So but of course, we're supposed to use the word allegedly.
Allegedly, right? This is all allegedly.
Allegedly.
Right, allegedly. So
So
here, I got some more breaking news. Alan,
love breaking news.
Game 4 is the most important moment.
What you don't want it to be is the last most important game of his career. But there's a lot at stake for him. He owes
They're
it to
talking
himself.
about
He owes
Luka.
it to his team. He owes it to the game for him to have his best performance of the playoffs. He's got to do that for one reason and one reason only. What he can't do is leave what we saw in Game 3 as the lasting impression of what has been, as Monica and Wendy talked about, a magnificent run in the playoffs for him. He can't leave that in the back of our minds, because if that's the lasting impression of his playoffs, it's the most important game of his career. What you don't want it to be is the last.
That was it. It was just a little clip.
yeah.
There's a bunch of little clips about basketball right here, though.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm telling you though,
rain delay right now with the Padres, the Mets and the Padres, the Yankees and the Red Sox are in a rain delay. The Marlins are beating the Washington Nationals in the bottom of something, 1-0. Phillies are winning 1-0 over the Orioles. The Guardians are beating the Blue Jays. The Cardinals are beating the Cubs.
Guardian.
The Cardinals beat the Cubs.
Can we call them the Indians?
Yeah, keep going. Let's see how did Oakland do?
I didn't get that far. It only showed me a few. So
West Coast. West Coast.
Hold on. The Reds are gonna play. A lot of these still haven't even played. These were the daytime games.
Oh yeah, we're early.
The Reds and the Brewers are at 8-10. The Tigers and the Astros, the Twins and the Athletics, the Pirates and the Rockies, the White Sox and the Diamondbacks, the Royals and the Dodgers, the Rangers and the Mariners, the Angels and the Giants, all to come later tonight. That being said, where was I? Well, I was on the Luka story. Luka hasn't yet to truly grasp what defined Jordan, LeBron, and these Celtics. He won't.
No, they've got free agency now. They can build teams. Back then, they had to take what they drafted and to break them in. You know what I mean?
Bobby Abreu.
Well, and
That's still who's playing. No,
I like that, Skunky. I like that for this reason. I what I think will happen. Seriously, I mean, is Luka the best defensive player? No, but offensively, are you kidding me? That's why instead of dogging him, you heard the announcers. They're like, this guy. I mean, you can't even defend him. He's that good. I mean, offensively. Mark Cuban's got money. We all know who Mark Cuban is. I'm serious. I'd be shocked if the Mavericks don't pick up a top free agent to make a trio with Kyrie Irving, Luka, and another guy.
A lot of that depends on their salary cap. So
well, of course, and
it don't matter how much money the dude's got. He's got
Luka
to spend it correctly.
Yeah, I know, but Luka already said that he's willing. He's one of those that wants to win a championship. So he already said he'll renegotiate his contract if he has to. But they do need some help. But for people out there to actually say when you're compared to Larry Bird, I'm telling you, you got to watch him you got to watch this guy play. Tell me you can't win a championship with this guy? Oh, absolutely, you could win a championship with that guy if you had a couple other guys. Right. The NBA now is the NBA. Look at Boston. I mean, are you kidding me? They have 5 guys averaging over 17 points a game. I mean, yikes! Yeah. You have to defend the whole team.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And when it's only Luka scoring, that's easy to defend. You know what I mean?
That's why some of the series has been comical, and the announcers have even laughed. They go, "Okay, Dallas has been outscored 22-10, but thank God Luka scored 10." And then they laugh. It's like nobody else seems to be chipping in much. It's like, so
right.
I just can't see Mark Cuban I could see Mark Cuban letting Kyrie Irving go before he lets Luka go. Luka's like, you said it yourself. You got to build around somebody. You can easily build around that guy.
It's ready.
Heck, you could build around Kevin Durant. And they did. You could build around Oklahoma City Thunder. A lot of people don't know they went all the way to the Western Conference Finals. The Thunder, and they had a team though. They had Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, James Harden, the beard.
Yeah.
You ready?
What do you got?
Yeah, ready? I think
I got a bunch of different things. I got the Astros released former American League MVP Jose Abreu and owe him $30.8 million.
I wonder if that's Bobby Abreu's son. I would assume
it is. But
the Astros released Jose Abreu on Friday, cutting ties with the former AL MVP, AL MVP, less than halfway through a 3-year, $58.5 million contract. General Manager Dana Brown said this was an extremely difficult decision, considering how much money we still owed him. But it's always tough when a deal doesn't work out. But it just didn't work out this time. That's base. Oh, wait. No, the 37-year-old Abreu was batting 124, 14 for 113 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs this season.
What is that?
Wonder why he's getting traded.
Right. You got to pay them.
Okay. Hey, you guys, help me out. Why can I not think of I must be sitting in the front row. Who was the catcher that?
Bob Uecker.
That's it. That's even under the Mendoza line. 124.
Breaking news.
All right.
Major League Baseball disciplines umpire Pat Hoberg for violating the gambling rules. Major League Baseball has disciplined umpire Pat Hoberg for violating the league's gambling rules. Sources told ESPN 10 days after the league levied a lifetime ban on a player for gambling and suspended 4 others for 1 year. Hoberg has denied betting on baseball and is appealing to the discipline. Sources told ESPN the exact nature of discipline is unknown, but Hoberg has not umpired a game this season. The league, in a statement, did not indicate whether its investigation into Hoberg showed off that he bet on baseball, blah, blah, blah. So umpires betting on baseball.
Now,
breaking news. Space Camp has reached back out to me, and they're going to be coming on the air and hanging out with me and doing an interview. I'm very excited for that. The band,
excellent. Awesome.
Space Camp, yeah, very cool.
The band?
Yeah. All right,
Right.
here. Breaking news. New breaking news. The U.S. Open, I guess, is on.
Yep. I was going to bring it up.
Oh, go ahead. If you got, I got some. I guess the final scores for the first day came in.
Yeah.
Down or for not the first day. Today's day 2, right?
Right. So there's a guy from somewhere, and I'm not sure of his first name, but his last name is Alberg, and he is winning by 1 shot over Rory McIlroy.
His name is Ludwig Oddberg, and he is, yeah, you're right. He's in the lead by 1 point.
And then Scotty Scheffler, who is the #1 player in the world, he slammed his driver down and missed a cut. So
he was tied for 9th.
Yeah.
He slammed his club down?
Yep. He didn't
Round
make
upon.
Oh, no.
Round upon.
It's been a long time since 2018, I think they said, was the last time he missed a cut.
Wow.
All right, on to more sports. Here we go. KP, I don't know what that is. Celtics Kristaps Porzingis available for game 4 if necessary.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. Because you were asking if Porzingis was going to play.
I bet limited.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I wouldn't even be surprised if he does suit up, sits on the bench, and then, I mean, what are you going to do, Paul, man, when you're down by 20? Or I'm thinking that's just, I think that, hold on, I'm just thinking that's their way of saying, he's going to be on the bench, but we're probably not going to play him. I would think even if they lose, because then they got a couple more days off, and they'll just win Game 5 in Boston.
Right.
Dallas doesn't seem to have a heart anymore. It's like their heart's barely beating, and Boston sees a chance to end this and actually, win a championship with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
So, anything else? You got some other things passed to us? Or?
It looks like the Met game has picked back up.
Nice.
So maybe, and Martin Truex Jr. has decided that he's going to retire. The race car driver, Newton, Iowa, Martin Truex Jr. announced Friday that he will retire from full-time racing at the end of the season, saying it is time to live by his own schedule after 19 years in NASCAR Cup Series. I mean, it's as simple as just not having a crazy schedule where you know where you're
on the left turns
40 weekends at a time. Track. Truex said Iowa Speedway, where he will be making his 674th Cup start on Sunday. Of everyone in my family who has ever gotten married, have missed their weddings. You know what I mean? I'm just done with it. I'm married. You're married to racing, and that's all you do.
I believe
Monday until Sunday.
I believe the Iowa race is the inaugural race there, the very first one.
Hey, here's
maybe in years, but
go ahead.
Here's a thought when Skunky made, because it's funny, because I've thought about this. Yep, I'm retired from making left-hand turns. I'm not going to go left in a circle anymore. Anyway, how about if they did where, like, if you were on your left in a circle anymore? If you're like on the NASCAR tour and you got to go overseas, and all of a sudden you got to go right. Hey, everybody's on the other side. They got to go around.
They have a couple of road courses.
Do they?
Races. Yeah, they got
NASCAR ever go right? Are you where?
Yeah, on the road courses.
Well, that's not NASCAR.
Yeah, it's NASCAR. Matter of fact, they race at it used to be Watkins Glen in New York, and then out in Sonoma, California, were the two.
Really?
The two. What are they?
NASCAR?
They're not a round track. I forget what the hell they're called, dude. I had a stoner moment.
Weird man.
Stoner moments are okay here.
Road course.
What's your WWE news, Weird man?
Yeah, what is it?
Soccer
where's
king.
Hang on, I can't find mine now. Where's mine?
Soccer what?
I don't know.
Soccer.
Okay, what are you? What's going on? What's it? What are you looking for?
Something in soccer. The 2024 Euro Cup's going on. Maybe that's what he's talking of.
Oh, could be. Yeah, that's one of mine that's not good really either. Is I don't watch much, and I played soccer, but I don't watch much soccer. I have a tendency to watch the World Cups. I have a tendency to watch the U.S. and then usually since they're out on the first, since they're usually out really early. I don't watch a whole soccer game.
Soccer is a lot like hockey. It's hard to watch if you don't understand it. You know what I mean? What the rules are, the offsides, that, and another.
But having played it, I absolutely understand the rules and stuff and all that. But still, it's too much of zero. No score. Hey, folks, we'll be right back. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
To me, there are games that are much more enjoyable to play than watch. We mentioned baseball. That one, considering that was my number one sport, and the sport I was the best at, and the sport I really enjoyed playing. Love playing baseball. I think we talked about before. I tell people, I go, look, we talk about superior athletes. Hockey players are right up there because, my gosh, if you can't skate backwards as fast as I can go forward, pretty impressive. Football players, all that. But then you talk about, I'd like to see people, first off, just hit a 94-mile-an-hour fastball that's right down the middle. We're not even going to put any kind of movement on it all, straight down the middle. You know how many swings and misses you're going to get? We talked about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got humbleized by baseball. I mean, Michael Jordan was just the shit in the NBA.
Jordan was a basketball player.
But he wanted to play baseball. He loved it as a kid. So, I mean, he got to Double-A because you got to be kidding me. I'm in Double-A baseball, and these guys are throwing at 98 miles an hour. And he said, what's even more embarrassing? There's no movement on it. It's straight down the middle, and I'm missing it.
Right.
Where
are they at, Matt?
Okay. Oh, yeah, the Olympics are this summer. Oh, yeah.
Are they in Seoul?
See, help. Yeah, hey, maybe Matthew can try him on that. Where are the Olympics this summer? Why haven't I seen the commercials then?
I've started to see a few.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Summer Olympics. I like, they've got that. But anyway, I just want to finish on baseball. Okay, so let's say you finally can hit that pitch. Okay, well, guess what? I'm going to throw a 98 mile an hour on the first pitch.
Well,
then I'm going to throw an 82 mile an hour curveball that's going to make you look silly. And if that's not bad enough, then I'm going to get a slider backdoor slider that breaks about 35 degrees or whatever. Good luck hitting that. I mean, the hardest part about playing baseball is hitting. Absolutely, no question. There's no other part of baseball that's harder than hitting. Pitching, I mean, you're still pitching. You got to hit that ball that he's throwing to you, and he's not throwing it down the middle. Then you also got to decipher. Then you got to decipher what's a strike, what's a ball.
Thank you.
Clash at the Castle is tomorrow. You guys know what that is?
That's WWE wrestling. Yes, pay-per-view.
Oh, okay, that's you. So are you going to watch that?
Probably the hockey game.
Yeah, me too. I just want to. I want to see if Edmonton can just win the game too. I'm probably going to watch. I got stuff I got to do tonight, but I'll still be able to watch. I'm going to pay attention to the NBA Finals. Since we're not on till Monday, though, considering they're going to Boston, even if Dallas were to win, I believe the series wouldn't even be till Monday. And Edmonton, since they're playing tomorrow, won't be playing until Monday at the least. I mean, at the earliest. So we'll be able to talk
on the same day.
No, but what I'm saying is both of them are not going to play over the 2 days that we're off. So we'll be able to talk about what happens tonight and tomorrow on Monday.
Right. Yep.
But
Yeah.
and I cannot believe I can't find my.
Dude, I have the Peacock Network so I can watch motocross, which also gives me the WWE Network, so I'll watch a replay of that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So you can cover that side. So since that's something that you watch and you're into, that's cool because that way we'll have more of a we'll have a broad. We'll even get a broader audience because we'll have more to talk about.
I think that I think that if we did that a little more of the wrestling, I think we'd get a bigger following as well. You know, like I think there's a lot of people out there that love that wrestling.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Look at like you guys said, look at the pay-per-view numbers and stuff. That kind of suggests something. People are totally into it. So that's cool. And now I'm going to get back to, like we said too, I'm going to get back to the UFC. I'm watching it again now. So that's good. And you guys would go ahead.
I got ruined on wrestling with back in the Attitude Era with Austin and all of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, compared to that, this is not good to me. But I'll check it out. Yeah.
Cool. And you realize once football season starts, talk about being busy. I mean, there'll be a lot to talk about. So that's exciting.
Right. Yeah, it's coming.
So once again, this is the Utah Hockey Club, but they please go with the Yeti. I mean, that is so that just as soon as I said it out loud, it was like the Utah Yeti. I like that.
Right.
And they're going to be in the Western Conference, so they're going to play the Wild, the Yeti and the Wild, the Yeti and the Avalanche.
Well, yeah,
I like it.
Well, I reckon that'll end up being their name. They said that's just going to be the hockey club for this season.
I also agree with Hippie when he said that. I'm sure it's a merchandise thing. I'm sure it's all about we want to make sure we get it right. We want to now that we got a name, we want to get it all right so we can have it for the next year, and we'll just have jerseys that probably just say Utah on it, and we'll be cool with that. That's fine.
When the Washington Redskins quit being the Redskins, they were the football team for a year.
Absolutely,
or so.
You're right. The Washington football team.
Yep.
Now, didn't Cleveland go right to the Guardians since it was so easy with the almost like Indians? Right? Didn't they go right to it? There was no Cleveland baseball team. I didn't think so. Yeah,
they had a vote on it, and whatever. The Guardians apparently was the best, I guess.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't get crazy to where we're like, okay, the Minnesota football team against the Las Vegas football team, the Tampa Bay football team.
Yeah, well,
let's see. We got the Pirates, the Vikings, the Raiders, and honestly, out of all of them, and considering I'm not a history buff by any means, or stretch of the imagination, but I do know history enough. The Vikings were freaking brutal.
Right.
Different time back then, understand that, but still brutal. And the Pirates, come on, are there good Pirates? And you know what I mean by that. I'm sure they were good, at heart, but don't pirates just take your stuff? Isn't that why they're pirates?
Right.
Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, there were a lot.
But you realize this is coming from somebody. This is coming from somebody that seriously. Not only am I not I'm offended by that. I don't know. I can't speak for other people, but it's a name, and it's a name that's been with the team for a long time. We got the Yankees. I'm a couch potato, and my favorite team's the Oakland Athletics. So
well, I don't know.
But also, if there's a
merchandise anyway,
if there's a big enough outcry and stuff, then I'm also the same kind of guy that's like, well, we don't. I'm never in the habit of offending people. That's not something that I get up and attempt to do it on a day-to-day basis. So, but I just have questions about some. Like Eskimos are Eskimos. Isn't that what they are? I'm not trying to be mean at all. Eskimos. Eskimos are Eskimos. You know, I've even watched like Alaskan State Troopers, and they're Eskimos. So, but apparently, it's offensive enough that the Edmonton Eskimos, that were a Canadian football team, is now the Edmonton Elks.
Oh,
So they changed their name. So once again, I don't mean to offend anybody, but isn't that? And that's what I thought about Indians too. Though I go, but they are Indians.
My thought would be they would be honored to have something like that named after them. But
I'm just saying. I mean, it's so. But once again, I just don't want to offend anybody. So it's like, but it's not. It's not a nickname for Indians. It's Indians.
right.
So it's not like a negative connotation that Redskins. You know, I mean, I'm at the table listening to you on that one because, but the Indians, I don't understand. In fact, the Indians are part of history, so
I wouldn't be offended if they changed it to the Cleveland Skunkies. I wouldn't give a damn. It wouldn't bother me. They
well, wait a minute. You know what?
Money for it.
Okay, look. Since you said that, okay, you see my shirt, right? Okay, I'm very Scottish. Okay, Scott.
Yeah.
We don't need to say the middle name, but my last name's McKay, and we actually pronounce it. If we're supposed to pronounce it correctly, it's Mackay, but because it's spelling and Americanizing it, it's McKay. But what I want to show you is they spelled it wrong. But you were talking about the Cleveland Skunkies. How about naming a whole country after me, buddy? Scotland was named after me, but they just spelled it wrong. See, they only put one T.
You got a kilt?
I've never worn one, but I'm thinking of doing that. You know, maybe we'll have. Oh, I love it! I love it. Hey, hold on, I love it. Sometime in when football season's going, we're gonna have a gentleman's bet, and if I lose, gotta wear the kilt on the show.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I have a country named after me.
Right.
So my plan is, since we know people in the UK, is to go see them. Go to Manchester, and there's a train that goes from Manchester to Scotland. So that's like one bucket list, if you will, whatever. I'd like to go to Scotland since I'm very much Scottish.
Taking a soccer game while you're over there.
Yeah, go see, and I believe they probably go with foosball too, don't they? They call it foosball, not soccer.
Well, over there they probably do.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know, but yeah, shoot, man. I don't, dude. That's about covers all I saw. I'll have to look into them. I think the Olympics start in July.
I believe so, and I wish I knew. I'll find out, but I mean, considering it's July, I'm just once again surprised I haven't seen. Dun 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 dun.
Right.
So,
yeah, dude, it's definitely better since they have them every 2 years now.
Yeah, I like that. I like it very much. Yeah, I watch. I'm trying to think what else. I watch basketball. I watch boxing. There's a lot of stuff in the men's in the summer that I think I watch more than winter. I used to watch speed skating and stuff, but I haven't watched much of.
Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of those. I'm a bigger fan of the Winter Olympics than I am the summer.
I am. That's cool.
Yeah, it's got hockey, man.
Heck yeah. Oh, hey, here's something. The 2000. Here we go. The 24 Summer Olympics in Paris will start on July 24th, 2024, with the opening ceremony taking place on July 26th. Competitions will commence on July 24th with events in sports like rugby and football starting before the official ceremony. The games will run through August 11th, featuring a total of 329 events across 32 sports. Cool. So it's in Paris. All right.
Yeah.
So there's something we can talk about. Add it to the list.
Yeah.
Then we got, it's right around the corner, the OTA. I mean, before you know it, the first, I think we already looked that up, was it's the first week of August is the Hall of Fame game. And then then I think it's 1 week off, and then it's the preseason starts. And I only kind of watch it just to see it because the quarterbacks don't play, although the Raiders will. Both Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell are going to play. Aaron Rodgers, I can't see Aaron Rodgers even playing a lick considering what happened last year.
Mushrooms or something.
Huh?
He's not even been to camp yet. He's out eating mushrooms again. I don't know.
Well, he doesn't have to be. That's all good. And not only that, I mean, he's going to have the clipboard. You've seen Aaron Rodgers in the clipboard, so he'll have that. And honestly, they should. There is no reason to play a guy that's been in the league that long, and you only added maybe another wide receiver, but they're a good team. I mean, he knows those guys. Come on, I think it's not smart to play him. There's certain quarterbacks. I don't really think it's necessary. Like I said, Mahomes last year, he played 4 snaps, I think it was. And that's only because he wanted to get in there and play a couple snaps. But they do their practices. Have you ever seen these? Have you ever seen the practices? They're a little bit harder than people think. I've watched the practices, man, and literally the defenders will, even though the quarterback's got that red thing on him, they'll push him and go, "See, I'd have nailed you." So you get a lot of play. You get a lot of play.
There's no way Aaron Rodgers is going to have a clipboard, man. He's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
No, I meant in the preseason. He's not going to play a lick in the preseason. I'll be surprised if he does. Yeah, nobody does. Did you see last year?
A lot of guys.
No, Hippie can look that up. Russell Wilson didn't play a lick for Denver because I watched the preseason game. He didn't
play all year for Denver. He didn't show up all year, so whatever.
But certain guys like Tom Brady, and it goes all the way back to Tom Brady got hurt in a preseason game one time. So he said, forget that. But I don't see the need to pay Aaron Rodgers. Even if they do, it's not going to be, I think, like a game. He might play a lot of times what they'll do, since you're talking about that, they'll let him play a series, the first series. So even if they go 3 and out, guess what? That's it. But if they move it down the field, what's more important is you get the kids in the game, and you also get to find out who your backup is. That's why you start the guys that are not starting and see who looks the best. The preseason is so weird. I mean, I know we're about done talk about, because not only that, you bring in a kid quarterback, but by then he's playing against the third string defense. What does he look like against your best defense? You know what I mean?
Well, he's more than likely, if he's playing that late in the game, he's going to be the third string quarterback anyway. So fair enough.
Hey, looking at the time, I don't be cut off, but it looks like we're about a minute away. So hey, I just want to tell everybody, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Go Dallas! I really think you got a chance. And then go Edmonton. I think you really got a chance. Oh, hey, I'm going to read something here real quick. For the 2023 NFL preseason, several starting quarterbacks did not play in any games. See, these include Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Ryan Tannehill, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert. So, see, a lot of the guys don't play.
A lot of those guys were hurt.
And especially if nothing happens. What I mean is, like, Derek Carr did play a little bit in the preseason, but he left the Raiders to go to the Saints. So I think he wanted to, play a little bit with the Saints before he started. So, hey, time to do that too. Yeah, we'll have plenty of time to do that too. But hey, you guys, it's 8 o'clock out in the east, 6 here, so it's our time to go. So I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. We'll be on Monday at 7 Eastern, and we're either going to talk about the finals still going, or the cup still going, or it's over. So, all right, you guys?
Right on.
This production is brought to you by DHBN WTHC Radio.